Welcome to TubeTube's exam tips for teens. Now we're getting very close to the exams, so it's the last minute study tips that we really want. So I have invited in a very lovely lady, Orla Ní Shúilleabháin, you're very welcome. And you are a study skills mentor, one of the best in the country.
That's correct, yes.
So you're very kindly coming in, you're going to give us some advice.
Delighted to be here.
So what are your top 5 tips for students now going into the exams?
In the next few days running up before the exams, students should really get organised and have a very good structured daily study timetable. They should prioritise all the different areas of importance that they need to cover. It would be very important every day to set a goals that they would achieve every day, a to-do list. And to try and give each subject equal time. And vital importance at this stage is to keep their head, so to kind of practice in exam conditions, study previous marking schemes and be very, very much on top of each subject.
And staying confident as well.
Absolutely, confidence is everything at this stage, you know, really self-belief and believing that the groundwork is done. They spent the last 2 years, it's like a marathon, and now they're ready to perform on the day.
This is it, exactly.
And keeping it all together is the most important thing.
And a lot of people think that you can hedge your bets now going into the exams. You can kind of predict the questions that are going to come up.
Bláthnaid, absolutely no way.
No?
Hedging your bets, no way. No.
It's not happening.
Not happening. No, not happening. People who hedge their bets, they get, unfortunately, shocks. So at this stage, I just maximise whatever they can do to whatever they. If they're worried about certain areas, they should concentrate on the areas that get most marks. The areas that they're most likely to come up in the paper that teachers have worked with them on. And really, to be honest with you, I would recommend that they practice previous Leaving Cert questions. Go back over past Leaving Cert examination papers, absolutely, and to go back over the notes they've made throughout the year. And if they find they're in a situation that they've hedged their bets and they get caught, to make the best on the day. Attempt everything, write something down for everything, and they should also look at their questions and see which ones they can actually answer best. And spend time making very, very conscious decisions of which questions are the most easy for them to handle, and also to prioritise the questions that get most marks, you know. I mean, if they want to in any way get the maximum grade, they should answer the paper as the marking scheme is, and the examiner will be thinking, you know, should they think the examiner, think where they gain marks, think where they lose marks, you know. In the exam, brainstorm, take the question, don't just jump in at it, you know, read it carefully, maximise the key points, do a mind map, do a spidergram, then order them in order of importance, and make sure they attempt as many questions as possible, you know. Absolutely.
So the first thing you do when you go into the exam, you get the paper, read all of the questions.
Take your time, 5 minutes, read all the questions. If you see things on the paper that cause you heart, don't panic. Go through everything, highlight the questions that you personally think you could, and start with one. Pick the easiest one and get into the paper. After that, then they should put most time into the questions that get most marks, which is really, really important. And it's hugely important that they plan out their answers. Don't just write it down, plan them out. They've done this before, they've done in exam conditions, they know an awful lot more than they realise. And they have built this up throughout the last two years, so they know exactly where they're going if they keep their head. So
the big papers, English, Irish and maths,
the killers.
They're the killers. So, you know, are there any tips that you can really give students, you know, the days leading up to the exams?
Well, I suppose maths is the one that causes a lot of issue for a lot of people, and I would highly recommend that they put a lot of time into the simple parts of the paper, complete those to their maximum because they're going to get as many marks as possible. Then to attempt everything, but not spend too long on the very hard questions because they may not break, but to put everything, attempt all questions and to go at as many parts of the paper as they can. And it's very important to include the rough work.
I didn't realise that you should include your rough work. That's
rough
really
work
important.
In every subject. Absolutely, because the examiners will go through those and they'll take out any information there, particularly in English and Irish as well. If not more so in English and Irish. I'd also recommend for Irish and English, if they go in and they're panicky in some way, start with comprehension. Ease yourself into it and get something done so you can kind of feel relaxed and comfortable about it. And be very, very structured on their essay. And they must follow and know how they're going to be marked. And it's very important that they have points developed through and it's got a continuity to it. Perfect.
Well, listen, Orla, thank you so much for sharing all of your advice with us. And we wish you guys the best of luck. And again, thank you so much for coming in.
Delighted to.